to share her valedictorianness. That is the epitome of what happens in the country when you're a black person. She had a 4.2. This girl had a 3.8, but they had never had a black person. It was in a very racist area, very racist kind of Bible Belt town, and so her parents are suing and blah, blah, blah. But that is an example of what your parents teach you, is that it doesn't matter how hard you work, you will never be seen as equal. So with that lesson there, and they're doing it to help you survive. So I want to shine light on that. This isn't just because they hate you or they don't consider you as equal. They want you to live. They want you to make it out of the police encounter. They want you to get the job. They want you to be successful, like all parents of all colors do. But that's the lesson that we get. Now, one of the things that Bill Cosby has been in the news a lot lately, and one of the kind of worst offenders of the respectability politics was Bill Cosby. He was giving a speech to the NAACP in 2004, and he spent much of his speech admonishing black people for everything from lack of parental skills to how giving a child a black name assured that he'd be in prison one day. He said, "We are not Africans. Those people are not Africans. They don't know a damned thing about Africa," with names like Shaniqua and Shokila and Muhammad and all that crap, and all of them are in jail. Now, we know what's going on with Bill Cosby right now. He is probably facing a similar fate, and his name is Bill. So respectability politics don't matter. Right is right, and wrong is wrong. To me, that people the black community came away from Bill Cosby in that moment because they felt like, wow, we love you so much. I mean, who doesn't love the Cosby Show? If you think about the show, remove what this guy's done. That was iconic, okay? We loved him, and so we thought, oh, you've abandoned us. What is that about? But something happens in respectability politics that's bigger than Bill, and it's bigger than your parents. But what it does, it's a fallacy, and it's not very logical. It shifts responsibility away from the perpetrators, which in this context would be America, and it places it on the victims, which in this context would be blacks or minorities in America. So instead of requiring, this is something Dina said, the people and the institutions committing and propagating racist acts to change, it asks that people harmed by the racism change in order to stop being harmed by the racism, which is like getting shot and then being blamed for standing in front of the bullet. That's what it is. Whether you want to debate it or not, that's what it is. It also provides a false sense of security for those who believe in it. Oh, this is what happened with Philando Castile. His mother taught him respectability politics. Pay attention. When the police pull you over, do this, that, and the third, and you will not come home dead, or you won't end up dead. That was not the truth for him. As we've seen time and time again, nothing, not a master's degree, a Maserati, not a Caucasian spouse can prevent a black person from being treated like a black person when his or her number is called. But believing and acting a certain way can prevent it, as if respectability were an off spray you douse your body with so hungry cops won't bite you or racist people won't get you, is dangerous. And it really could end your life, just like it did with Philando. He did everything he was supposed to do. His respectability politics didn't buy him another second in this world. He still ended up dead, and he obeyed and complied. So it doesn't work, and this is my last point. If it actually had a tangible effect on saving lives, I'd be all for the respectability politics. I'd throw respectability politics potlucks and game nights, and we'd all play games. But the thing is this. I have done my respectability politics. I have had them ingrained in me. They were taught to me, and I've used them, I thought, to survive. But I realize now the illusion of that survival is being removed, because I realize that maybe there is nothing you can do except that people have to evolve, like Dina was saying, like we talked about. You have to educate yourself about what it is to stand in another person's shoes. And I can sit here and talk to you, and I'm happy to do it. But until you do your own immersion therapy and get involved with the culture, get to know somebody who looks different than you, you are never going to evolve. And that's what we're here to do as humans. We're all here to evolve. We're all here to grow. And so this week, I leave you with that. I challenge you. That's your homework. Go out and talk to somebody you wouldn't normally. Understand their perspective from their shoes and where they stand, and know that by doing so, you become an activist, you become a better person, and you raise your vibration, and you evolve with me, and we continue to evolve together. So join me next week. We have more to talk about, more to unpack. I love you guys.